Hi you guys, it's Jennifer. So as I was trying to think of the first thing that I would show you in Flagstaff, I was actually thinking of taking you to the downtown area, and then I thought, no, I have to introduce you to our most recognizable landmark, and that is our big mountain called the San Francisco Peaks. There are many angles that the mountain can be seen from, and so I'm going to take you to different places today and show you the mountain from different angles. It's a very recognizable mountain. If you showed somebody who was familiar with Flagstaff a whole stack of photos of different mountains, they would know exactly when they got to the San Francisco Peaks. So it is just a beautiful backdrop to pretty much everything in the city. It's visible from almost everywhere in Flagstaff. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you the view that I have of it from my house, and then I'm going to take you to the Northern Arizona University campus, as well as a couple of other locations. So let's start by looking at the mountain from the angle where I typically see it. So this is the view that I have of the San Francisco Peaks out my bedroom window. It's on the second floor of my house. You can kind of see some rooftops there too. But this is what we get to wake up to every morning. It was one of the big selling points of the house. And it probably added on an extra $15,000 to the price of the house, actually. But yeah, a peak view is a pretty coveted thing in the real estate market here. So this is actually not only the view that I get from my bedroom, but it's also the view that most people who visit Flagstaff will see, because we're looking north right now, and the majority of the town sits south of the mountain, and so looks at this angle of the mountain. So it pretty much is a backdrop for a lot of places. You can see it from the Northern Arizona University campus, and almost everywhere in town you can see this mountain. There are a few places where the view is blocked by another mountain that we have in town. In fact, let's see if we can see that from here. Sort of through those trees you can see that. That's called Mount Elden. I might get that in a shot later on today. But anyway, there are neighborhoods that are on almost all sides of this mountain, so there are some different angles and different views of this. So I'm going to take you around today and show you the mountain from different angles, and this is just the one that I see most often. So on to our next location. Okay, so we're on the campus of Northern Arizona University right now, and this is just one of the shots I'm going to show you here. We're kind of on Central Campus. And if you look right over here, there's a dorm, and then we're looking north once again, and you can kind of see a little glimpse of the library in the distance, or actually that's the Fine Arts building. But anyway, I'm not going to do a whole video of the campus in this video. I'll cover that in another one. But anyway, as you can see, the San Francisco Peaks are just a backdrop for the campus. So I'm going to take you to another spot so you can see it from a different angle. So I apologize for the wind on this one, but I just wanted to get this shot to show you. This is at Central Campus, looking toward one of our dorms and a parking garage that's in the distance, and it just shows you what a backdrop the peaks are to the NAU campus. So we're now out on the west side of town. There's an area out here called Baderville. It's a colder part of town than the rest of Flagstaff. I think I've heard that it has like a 30-day growing season. It just can get really cold temperatures even into the summer. And but this is the view that everybody in Baderville gets of the peaks. And just down the road from me is Snowbowl Road, which is the road that goes up the mountain to the Arizona Snowbowl Ski Resort. I can't really see where the resort is from this angle, or where the runs are from this angle. So I just want to point out that this right here is not the San Francisco Peaks. This is Mount Elden. It sits closer into town. And while it looks pretty big, and it is a pretty tall mountain. It is not the peaks. And if I turn this way a little bit, you can kind of see the peaks just right over behind that tree a little bit. We're now on the east side of town. This is an area called Doni Park. And so we're looking east, or no, excuse me, we're on the east side of town and we're looking west at the peaks. It's kind of a hazy day. We have a fire burning south of us right now, and so it's sort of making everything look kind of hazy, but it's really a dynamic view of the peaks from this angle. It's actually really hard for me to look at the mountain from this angle without remembering several years ago when this entire side of the mountain was on fire. It was a man-caused fire. I think it was a campfire that had not been fully extinguished, and so anyway, it was horrible. Literally, this whole backside of this mountain was on fire. I'll even link. There's a video that somebody put up. It's sort of a time-lapse photography thing that shows the mountain burning. It's so sad. So I'll link that below so you can see that it was really just, it was just scary for a lot of people. And then afterwards, later that summer, this whole area was really subjected to flooding. And a lot of people's homes were ruined. There was actually a young girl who lost her life. She was swept away in some floodwaters. And just the aftermath of all of that, you just don't think about the far-reaching effects of a forest fire. And there were just really some really awful things that happened as a result of it. The Mother Nature is amazing, and the landscape is recovering, and you look at this and you can't really tell that anything ever happened to it. I know that my friends who have homes out in this area know that the landscape has been changed forever, but it's still such a beautiful area. So this is going to be the last view of the peaks that I show you. So now you've had the chance to see the San Francisco peaks, the backdrop to life in Flagstaff. You will likely see the peaks in other videos that I upload in the future. Speaking of which, if you're interested in watching more videos on my Flagstaff home, I would encourage you to subscribe so that you'll be notified when content is uploaded. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again.